Must I go or do I have to go? Hmm, which one is correct? English rules can be a little tricky sometimes, but don't worry. Today, we're going to make them very, very simple. Let's find out the difference together. So let's start with have to. The basic formula is just the subject plus have to plus the verb. We use this for everyday rules. But here's the secret. These are rules that come from the outside. Maybe your boss makes the rule, or maybe it's a law from the government. Take a look at our friend here in the blue t-shirt. He looks a bit tired, right? He says, I have to work today. So why does he use have to? Well, because his boss made the work schedule. It's an outside rule. He literally has no choice. But be careful, guys. Here is a very common beginner mistake. Saying he have to work is actually incorrect. Remember, for the pronouns he, she, or it, have always changes to has. So the correct and natural way to say it is he has to work. Okay, now it's your turn to try. Fill in the blank for us. She, blank, wear a uniform. Is it A, have to, or B, has to? Pause the explainer right now and say your answer out loud. Go ahead, I'll wait for you. Did you say it? The correct answer is B, has to. She has to wear a uniform. Great job! We always use has to for she. Awesome! Now that you know this, let's move on and look at our next word. Let's talk about must. The formula is the subject plus must plus the verb. We actually use must differently than have to. You see, we use must for strong personal feelings. It doesn't come from a boss, it comes from inside you. We also use it for very formal written rules. For example, this woman in the mustard sweater looks very determined. She says, I must call my mother. Nobody is forcing her to do this, right? It's her own personal choice and a very strong internal feeling. She really misses her mom. But watch out for this classic oopsies mistake. Many learners say, I must to go. That is wrong. Modal verbs like must are always followed directly by the base verb. We do not use to. The correct sentence is simply, I must go. Let's test your understanding of outside rules versus inside feelings. Which sentence shows a strong personal feeling? A, I have to leave. Or B, I must leave. See your answer out loud for me. The answer is B, I must leave. Excellent work. You are making a really great progress. Now, in positive sentences, have to and must are quite similar. But next, let's try something a little trickier, the negative forms. Welcome to the big trap. In their negative forms, these words mean completely different things. Mustn't means something is absolutely not allowed. It's forbidden, or maybe even dangerous. But don't have to means something is just optional. It is 100% your choice. Let's look at mustn't first. Imagine someone standing next to a no smoking sign, looking quite alarmed. She says, you mustn't smoke here. This means smoking is strictly forbidden. It's against the rules. Basically, do not do it. Now let's think about don't have to. Imagine our friend relaxing near a tip jar. He says, you don't have to pay. This means it's okay to pay a tip if you want to, but it's not required. You have a choice in the matter. Now here is a very dangerous beginner mistake. If you say, you don't have to drive fast, it sounds like driving fast is just an option. But that's not true. Driving too fast is against the law. The correct sentence is, you mustn't drive fast. Okay, time for another quick check. The concert is free. You blank buy a ticket. Is it A, mustn't, or B, don't have to? Quickly type your answer in the comments right now. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Did you type it? Well, the correct answer is B, don't have to. Because the concert is free, a ticket is not necessary. It's not a strict rule to avoid buying one. It's just an optional choice. You simply don't need it. Moving on, let's learn a very natural English phrase, have got to. This is informal spoken English. And guess what? It means the exact same thing as have to. Native speakers use this all the time in everyday, friendly conversations to talk about things they need to do. But there is a frequent contraction mistake here. Often, beginners will say, I've to go. Sadly, that is wrong. While native speakers do shrink I have to I've, they always add the word got to make it sound correct. You should say, I've got to go. So what happens when we want to talk about the past? When we talk about rules or obligations that happened yesterday or even 10 years ago, we use had to. Why is this so important? Because must actually does not have a past tense form. Saying I musted go yesterday is a very common error. We fix this by always using had to. The correct past tense sentence is, I had to go yesterday. Okay, let's do a super fast recap to build your confidence before we finish up. Remember, have to is for outside rules. Must is for strong personal rules. Mustn't means it is absolutely not allowed, and don't have to simply means it is your choice. It is time for your final quiz of this explainer. I want you to say the answer out loud. Question 1, we blank wear a seatbelt in the car. Is it A, don't have to, or B, have to? Pause the explainer and think. Got it? Okay, here is question 2. You blank touch that hot stove. Is it A, mustn't, or B, don't have to? Remember, you need to choose between something that is dangerous and something that is just optional. Let's check your answers. Answer 1 is have to because wearing a seatbelt is the law. Answer 2 is mustn't because touching a hot stove is very dangerous. You did a really great job today. Now, let's test your real-world skills before you go. What is one strict rule you mustn't break in your home country? Write a sentence using mustn't in the comments below so I can see. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun English explainers just like this one. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.